Sunday of the week, also known as Tuesday. Didn't have a chance to record yesterday. Out in the trucks all day, no big deal. Yesterday morning, got some wiring done, got rock lights figured out, trunk lights, tail lights, did all that stuff in the morning. Even those side lights are working now. I believe what I'm going to attempt to do today is I got to build a bracket to hold the power steering mount oil filter ordeal. So I already kind of got that started. I have hood louvers on the way. They'll be here Thursday, I think, well, in theory. So when you start working on the hood, get that painted up and get the louvers in it and get that sent back on the truck. That'll be kind of what I'm dealing with, at least for the moment. In theory, we're supposed to pick up that block today for Ray's truck. We'll see what happens. He's got 3 lined up, deck-specific jobs that need to be done. So I'm going to have him do those. I'm just kind of waiting with the 12-ton here in case anything else comes in. Which, I don't know what happened last night, but they all came in. I didn't get into late, really. It happens sometimes. This is what it is. So, yep, that's basically what I'm working on. Just going to make a bracket here right quick. I'll show you what I'm thinking. Basically, just a little scrap chunk I grabbed from the shop. That's going to bolt, this side's going to bolt to the battery tray. I have 2 bolts in it. Somewhere over here I'll kick it up and we'll just mount that to it, drill the 3 holes, be done. Got a little bit of shaping to do yet, but whatever, it was kind of the right size, so why not? Instead of wasting steel or buying new steel, we'll just use up what we got hanging around. It's 14 gauge, I believe it is. Should be thick enough. It's only holding an oil filter, in theory. Been about 20 minutes. Just made this little guy here. This piece bolts here. This piece bolts onto the battery tray. To the support bracket. Simple, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. I'll paint it up, throw it in. Next I gotta mount the power steering reservoir somehow. I still have no idea how I'm gonna do that, so I gotta figure that out real quick. Build a rock crawler, they said. Be fun, they said. It's Thursday. Totally forgot to do an out for Tuesday. Sorry. As you can hear the truck running in the background, we got the 12-ton. We got to pick up a 1-ton and go about 20 miles with it. I've towed this truck out. This is going to be round 10 with this truck. The guy uses it. It's a 6-liter dually. Almost 500,000 miles, and he's never had to break into the motor, so it's actually rather impressive. He just has goofy little issues with it that make driving it a nightmare, but still. So I'll kind of show you the hookup process, how this works, or how I do these anyway. Alright, so step 1, I gotta take the wheel lift grids off, right there. They'll just hang out in the back of the truck. I made a little slot for them to hang out in. Sorry if the truck's kind of noisy. I typically put these on. These are the 12-inch risers we built. Use a set of forks and grab the rear hitch and just pick it up from the back. Reason I do that is 1, I don't feel like dropping a dry shaft. 2, I can only get to the rear. So I pick up the front, you drop the dry shaft out. And that's just protocol. Elsewise, you'll bake the trans. Even at 5-speed, you can still hurt them pretty bad. We're going 20 miles, so I don't feel like catching this transmission on fire. I really don't. So that's gonna be step 1. put just a little bit of lift on to get these under. But typically I try to sandwich these plates here on the side to the side of the fork. Therefore it doesn't shift back and forth going down the road. I have had them shift before and it's quite scary. Alright, forks where I want them. All we do is lift. So I'll point something out right quick. I'll show you. This is the stuff we have to look for all the time. You see we got a pretty good amount of ground clearance. It doesn't look like much on camera, but that's about, I'd say 18 inches, almost 2 foot, right? But you see these risers here compared to the angle of the truck. Get a straight shot. So basically the hitch, the bottom of the hitch is flat and the fork is curved this way. You don't want that. You want it flat and sitting in there. So we gotta tilt it down. That's a lot better. So that took a good bit of lift out of it, but at least it's sitting flush on that hitch now. It's not, you know, cocked off at an angle. Thus, what do you call it? Creating a pressure point, so to speak. All the weight sitting on just one corner of that hitch there. But next step is strappage. Now, the straps I use with these here, ratchet, the dead end goes in there and you tighten it down. I've seen other people use them. I don't know what theirs are rated at, but I know these are 7,800 pounds a piece. Use 2 of them. I think 2 inch, 2.5 inch, or double woven or something like that, so they're pretty strong. I have never had a failure out of these, so I'll keep using them. So I'll send the dead end up and over the hitch bar right here. Make sure you don't crush any wires or anything, because people do get pissed off about that. I don't blame them. And something else with that. Let's see if I can squeaky in here. I'll put my ratchets on the bottom. I've never had an issue with it. You don't ever want to put them on the sides. Therefore, if you pivot real hard, you don't run the ratchet into your T-bar or your stinger. You'll just crush the ratchet and break it apart, and then you have nothing holding the truck to your lift, and that's kind of a small problem. So let me get these two tightened right quick, and I'll be right back. Alright. Got those straps on. Good and tight. Usually I'll actually rest my hip against the back of the truck and push my leg and really click them in good. Safety chains right now, and I think we can get out of here. I've already thrown a set of tow lights up on the roof, wherever the hell it is, right there. Yeah, just essentially breakaway or safety chains, and we're out of here. So basically what I do, we're hooked up to the leaf spring, down around the crossbar, back up to my big hook here, and then over to the truck, where we use the safety clip and go from there. So I'm about to do the other side. It is blazing hot out here. It's like 93 with it feels like a fire. So we do the other side right quick. I'll be right back. All right, so that's it. 2 safety chains, 2 straps, 2 forks, set of tow lights, and we secured the steering wheel. I think we can hit the road now. I gotta go get a gulp of water first though, because man, it is hot today. So it's been a little bit. We got that 1 ton dropped off. That's just part of the daily grind, so to speak. That's what we do. You know, come 100-degree weather or -20, we're out here. But when it's not -20, we're also out here. So we get a hood. So I went ahead and Amazoned in some louvers, which of course are out of my reach right now. There's one over there and two over there. Anyway, basic game plan. We're going to cut out a small patch here. I've already got it all marked out, but it's approximately 8" by 3.5" ish. We'll have a vent back here on this corner. Keep in mind this is the back of the truck. Front of the truck's up there. We'll have these vents pointing this way, outwards. Same on that side, be pointing outwards. And over here in the middle, I've already got one that's going to basically sit above the radiator and come up and out. Now this hole here, for the whole induction system thing, probably going to make a mini towel to go over it and aim towards the windshield. So yeah, I'm just going to cut out these two right quick and I guess drill a bunch of holes. But anyway, it's enough talking. I'm going to get to making some smart. Just like that, we got holes cut for these little guys. See if they actually fit now. Fits like it should. Louvers aren't covered up, so I'll be able to breathe through that. I don't know. Let's see. I can always put more in later if I wanted to. I might put some in this general area here, but I don't know because all that does is that sits basically above the batteries. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna really gain me anything aside having a louver farm on my hood. So what I'm just gonna do is pop two holes in this hood. Just use this one rivet. We're not going to pop it, we're just going to use it to locate everything. There. That's that. I've already pre-drilled for the front one here. I already did that kind of off camera. Alright, that's about all I'm going to get done for today. I'll come back out in the morning and probably work on this and get it sanded and hopefully paint it tomorrow. Here's all the holes. So yeah, until tomorrow, guys. Alright, it is Friday. We survived. Believe what I'm going to do today, because I ran out of time yesterday. I'll take that 120, hit all those holes, clean that all up. I'll break out the sander and probably paint this thing, providing the weather is going to be decent with it. So I'm just going to get into it. Weather looks good so far, but that can change in 5 minutes here in the Carolinas. So, mahaya. Alright, that's done. That was easy enough. Playing with this light gauge sheet metal, you barely let the grinder rest on it, let it do its thing, let it dance. I just wanted to get the sharp edges off from where I cut it yesterday. I think I'm at the point of sanding now, which of course is my favorite thing in the world to do. But got a couple new foam rollers, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just sand this thing and try to turn it blue. We'll see. I'm not gonna bore you with all the sanding. That's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna get after it. All right, it's been about a half hour. If I haven't mentioned yet that I hate sanding, I hate sanding. But all I got, just up here, over here. That's it. Sanding sucks. Especially out here in this heat. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah. Alright. It had been about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Got this thing sanded. Finally. Yay. I guess I'm gonna grab the hose, wet it, get all this dust off her. I guess just wait for it to dry. I check the weather, make sure it's gonna be good. Any luck, we'll have this thing painted tonight. We'll see what happens. All right, to wait for this thing to dry, we'll hit it with probably some Windex and some towels and whatnot. I hope you guys noticed, you know, I rub my hand across it. You know, kind of push my hand off first. But what I'm looking for is, even though the water hit it, you could see light and dark spots to where there's still dust, quote, in the paint. So when you hit with the hose, you think you got an area clean, put your hand on it, just the weight of your hand, and just pull a little bit. If it bites against you, you know you got good clean grooves. But also, with that being said, the oils in the hands will mess up paint jobs being careful. So that's why we're going to go ahead and hit it with some sort of cleaner and towels, so to speak. But I think that's it finally for this hood, at least for a little bit. I got to wait an hour or two to let it dry. I'm going to try to get back out here if the weather permits and turn this thing blue. Then maybe, I don't know, tomorrow put some louvers on it. Alright, it's a Saturday. A little later in the day. Couldn't really do a recording earlier. I had a little guy out here with me, and you know that little kids that come to work with, you know, they ask a million questions. I'd never be able to get any audio in. So I just let him come out here and help. We had a good time. We got a little work done. Let me wash it down. And you get the paint on it. So that's done. I just cleaned up the stainless panels that are going on there. Here in a little bit, if I can break away, I'm definitely going to come out here and rivet those in. And then I'll probably go ahead and CAD up a hood scoop ordeal. Which I've had a million ideas rolling around my head on how to do that. Not a big fan of name dropping, but one clip that really keeps playing in my mind. And keep in mind, yes, we do make YouTube videos. We're also fans too. So we do watch Trailmater. And something that really got me to thinking was when he blew the motor open his wrecker, going through the water and everything, and it sucked into that engine. That really got me to thinking. It's like, wait a minute, that could be a problem. So I've been trying to figure out how, because the induction cutouts like right over the air filter, how to stop water from getting in the motor, whether it be up through, you know, the fender or down through the top. We overthink, me and Ray both, and we'll spend hours at night like, okay, what about this? And we'll spit out like 50 different ideas before we finally kind of settle on a couple of them and work on them and then test and see what we like. So that's something I'll probably work on next week. I got a bunch of cardboard in. We just had an anniversary a couple days ago, so I get a big box I can kind of cut up and make stuff out of. So yay! But that might be the end of it for this week. I don't know. I might get might throw a finished shot in here if I can get to it before I edit this video. I don't know yet. Like, it's been a crazy week. As I said, stuck in the wreckers, and it's just been ridiculous hot. It's supposed to be cooling down, so hopefully we can do some more work outside and make some more progress. I did have some parts come in though. Waddle towards the front of the truck here. Waddle. So I pulled the grill out. I did have a cooler and a fan show up. There we go. Probably mount them up something like that. So we're gonna set one set of these right here, and another over here. One side will be power steering, the other side will be trans cooler. So I get some strapping figured out to hold these things up. What I really don't want is them actually touching. Just vibration over time. I don't want it to wear through. I really don't. That's a bad day. Did get 3 tabs welted on this. Looks like hell right now, but I know. I'll have a piece of strapping coming down from the strut bar. Ding ding. Another one here. Hold that steady. Get our feed line and all that other stuff. So that's about it. That's about it for the week. Like I said, it's I'm gonna need some more supplies. All the good stuff's at Ray's. All the good tooling and everything. I'm just working with what I got literally in the 12 ton for tools. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. the power steering filters in. The boss lady's out here. I'm going to sign off for now. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll hopefully see you guys next week with some more updates.